Okay, this is some information about the universal family flag that I'm going to record, that I'm recording for the book. Today's date is April the 27th, 2008, 9:27 p.m. I ought to be in bed, but I'm going to just say a few words for now. The universal family flag. You know, the Lord has been giving me some revelations concerning the revolutionary universal family flag. One of the revelations that the Lord has recently given me is that the universal family flag is the family unit, and the marriage are the greatest technologies, divine technologies that God has ever created. Is greater than the planet, the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxies. It's greater than everything. And although all those things point to God and they declare the glory of God, none of them are made in the image of God, in the very likeness of God. The human being is the only creation that is made in the very image of God. And so, since the human being is the only creation that God has made in the very image of God, it goes to reason that the marriage and the family is made in the image of God. It's the greatest technology. But one of the things that is so ironic about this is, although the family, the human being, the marriage institution is the greatest and the most divine technologies on earth. You generally don't hear of family and marriage being referred to as a technology, but if you look at the word technology, it means technical knowledge. Technical knowledge. And since we are made in the image of God, by the very hand of God, in the very likeness of God, it lets us know that the human being is the greatest technology. Whenever we think of technology, we generally think of machines. We think of mechanizations. But human beings are a mechanization of sorts of God. The only thing that is different is that we have free will. This is what makes us unique. And we are made in the image and likeness of God. This is what makes us supreme. Our blood system is pretty much like that of animals. We have blood, we have veins, we have arteries, we have skin, we have fat, muscles, bones. But one thing we have that they don't have, we have free will. And we are made in the very image of God. This is the greatest technology in the world. The other thing that I like to say to that is this. God always intended that the divine technology of the human race, marriage and the family, would constantly be advancing, broadening, deepening. But we don't see this. One of the things that we're seeing right now that's happening, we're seeing more human and man-made technological advances and progressive development in man-made technologies than we're seeing in the technology that God ordained, which is the human being and family. And let me add this. The technologies that man fabricates and makes will go no further to uplift man if man himself is not advancing, improving, as the man-made technological advances are. The man's technological advances hinge on the family and marriage development. As a matter of fact, I'll even go so far to say that if the human being, which is made in the image of God, is not advancing and developing as is, many of these technologies like the phone, electricity, the internet, home building, whatever you are financing, if the technology of the family does not improve, this will stifle the development of all other technologies. And let me tell you how. It doesn't mean that these technologies will not evolve and become more sophisticated. It means that they are not going to prove a benefit to the human race as God would have it. They are not going to prove a benefit to the human race as God would have it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this. These technologies that man is pouring himself into and paying homage to are going to end up destroying us. They're going to be used as weapons of Satan to destroy us. God intended that the family become tighter knit, more loving, stronger, financially free, health-wise free, mentally free, mentally stronger, economically stronger, everything, in knowledge stronger. In every aspect God intended for the human being to develop. But it seems like technology, man-made technology, is far surpassing the technology of family, the technology of the human being. Human beings are getting retrogressively worse, while human technologies appear to be advancing. When in reality, the family structure, the marital structure, ought to be far in advance of any technologies that man has ever created. As a matter of fact, man is digressed in such a way that they are even destroying the environment. So these are some snippets that I wanted to add about the greatest technology in the world. This is just a snippet. I have a whole lot more to say concerning the family as a form of divine technology. I don't mean to make it sound so mechanized, but we generally use the word technology when it refers to machines or things like that. But I'm using it as a technology in its simplest form, as a compound word, meaning technical knowledge. It took divine technical knowledge to make us. And no matter how many technologies man advances, it will never surpass the human being. And if it doesn't benefit the human being, it will destroy the human being. So that's all I wanted to say. This is Lewis Thomas, the TUFF guy, which TUFF stands for the Universal Family Flag. You guys take it easy.